Recap, Recast, Recycle, a podcast about franchises and how they get better and worse over time.
Hello, and welcome to Recap, Recast, Recycle, a podcast about franchises such as, Mission Impossible. You know, the one where Tom Cruise tries to kill himself. This week, we're actually doing a Mission Impossible film, Mission Impossible 5, Rogue Nation.
Benji.
Ethan, where are you?
The Syndicate is real. A rogue nation trained to do what we do.
An anti-IMF.
They're coming after us with everything they've got.
You ready?
This may very well be our last mission. Let's make it count.
So what's the play?
You want to bring down the Syndicate? It's impossible.
How do you know we can trust her? Desperate times. Desperate measures.
You have your seatbelt on? You asking me that now?
There's no 5 in the title,
No.
because we don't want to complicate things. We'll just add a subtitle. That's not confusing at all.
It would have
You
made
may be
more
wondering,
sense if they kept subtitles throughout the entire franchise and not,
yeah,
we're going to go
or
up to 3.
numbers.
Yeah.
Either
One or the other.
either one or the other. Don't mix it up literally halfway, at least for now, until we get 7. You may be wondering where Colin is. Well, we're doing a podcast without him because we hate his guts.
Got rid of them.
Yeah,
We
he
disavowed
just
him.
we disavowed him. And do they die if they're disavowed?
I think it's just they disavow and then it's expected that they die. Or if they die, they're
Okay.
disavowed.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, there you go. I just realized I haven't pulled up the tagline or the synopsis, so I'm gonna get to
Oh.
that real quick.
Find it
But
on Letterboxd.
first, okay, yeah. You look up the tagline. I'll look up the synopsis. Synopsis. Rotten Tomatoes.
I'm going to take the one from Letterboxd.
Okay, yeah, do that one.
Okay, so the tagline for this movie, let's see. I wasn't here for the first one, so who knows? It was Expect the Impossible.
It was Expect the Impossible.
And then we had Expect the Impossible
the Impossible.
again.
Again.
And
we're,
then
we're doing it again.
the third one wasn't it just the date?
Yes, it was The Mission Begins, blank, blank, blank.
And then Brad Bird's was
Oh, hold on. Oh, never mind. Brad Bird's was... What was it?
let's see, No Plan, No Backup, and No Choice.
Hold on. Someone is... He said... What? Someone is in the chat. Colin Moore, never heard of this guy. Yeah, man, I totally blew those guys off. Oh no, I accidentally texted in the wrong chat. How embarrassing.
That is very
I don't
embarrassing.
know who it is. Have you ever heard of this Colin Moore?
No,
I
maybe
don't
it's
think
the
Moore's
ghost.
the last name. That's just yeah. Maybe the ghost finally got a body and is up to with the program.
Yeah.
I guess I am
Doing a little
now
bit
morally
of Unfriended.
What's happening? Yeah. Have you seen that? I haven't seen that. It's not
No.
loading on Tomatoes. I don't know what's up.
Well, I guess I'll go both from Letterboxd. So
Okay, yeah, just do that.
the tagline for Mission Impossible Rogue Nation.
The nation that has gone rogue. Oh, hold on. What is this?
What could this be?
Oh my word.
Hi.
Hey,
The person
Colin,
we disavowed.
How you doing? I thought you were disavowed.
Yeah, that's what happened.
You got A-Team / Mission Impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Starring Bradley Cooper.
Yeah. and
What? But
other
Liam
people.
Neeson?
Yeah, Liam Neeson. I was trying to think of the. I was trying to think of how you even say his name, and I didn't want to attempt it.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
Well, Colin, you got undisavowed just in time to say the synopsis.
Yeah,
And the
because
tagline.
I couldn't load Rotten Tomatoes. I
What
thought
convenient
you were
timing.
gonna pick. I thought for your background you were gonna pick him hanging off the plane or him leaning into the motorcycle.
I thought about both of those, but I thought those were too obvious.
Yeah, I've seen the
Well,
one
you
where he's
know
leaning
what?
on the motorcycle like 1,000 times.
Yeah. Well, you know what? These movies are very iconic, or at least the first one was. I don't know how the rest of them are doing.
I mean,
But,
they all made money, so.
Yeah.
That's true.
Desperate times. Desperate measures.
Incredible.
Was that it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the tagline.
Oh man,
Was
I don't
that-
like that one as much.
What?
Like,
It's clear. It's concise. I don't know.
I mean, I think everything in these franchises is a desperate time. Like, it's never
Yeah.
not a desperate time, and it's always
Colin,
desperate.
I can't hear you very well.
Okay, hold on.
What just happened?
Also, one of the characters says that I think at like the very end of the movie, or like in the
I think
middle.
Baldwin.
Yeah, he said.
Baldwin?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, I guess, but also like we've
It's kind
had
of weird
better-
to make. It's kind of weird to make the tagline of your movie a line that someone says not at the very end, just in the end.
in there. Yeah. There are some actually pretty good quotes from this movie. I'm not gonna lie. I had a lot more than I thought I would, but
I have one very lengthy one.
okay. I don't think none of mine are really that lengthy. A lot of one-liners. A lot of one-liners. Okay, Colin's got the blanket. He's got his headset so we can hear him clearly.
It's cold.
He's got Tom Cruise dying.
Yeah.
He does die, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Tom
they have to
Twice.
resuscitate him.
In this franchise.
They've killed him.
Defibrillators save the day again.
Okay.
I'll get to that with defibrillator.
Okay, Colin. Hey, Colin, how about the fact that they finally cured the lock picking? They finally did it. They just
It's
have
a
a
lock
machine
picking.
do it.
That doesn't make any sense. How does a phone
don't
unlock a lock?
No, he had the machine.
What do you mean the machine? It was his phone. He stuck his phone against the lock and it unlocked.
Well, in the opening,
I
Benji's
mean-
just pressing buttons to mess with the plane. Apparently, hacking is just nothing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think they had already hacked in, so he was basically just doing what you could do with a regular iPad.
I mean,
if
he
you
got
were
locked
logged
out of
into
everything.
this,
You're telling me
No,
that
but
I
he
could
had
hack
the
a
little-
plane using an iPad? And a
He had
reference
the little
satellite.
machine that was like this big, and it just like switched all the locks really quickly and tried every combination. Do you not remember this at the opera?
No.
You don't? Okay. Well, just know they did the machine that cured the problem you've been having with this franchise.
See, I think your machine is just a phone, and it has a
It's
little
not a
graphic of a lock unlocking and then the door opens.
Okay, you know what? I'm editing this episode. I'm gonna put up a picture right now. And it's there. I promise you, it's there because I paid attention to this movie. I've seen it 4 times in the past 2 years.
I did
Might
not
be too
pay
many.
attention to this movie
Why not?
because I had to
Pretty
make all
good.
these notes.
I mean, so did I, but also, you pause the movie. You just pause the movie.
I don't have time to pause the movie. I watched it this morning.
Maybe plan ahead. We plan these things like a week in advance.
And every time I wait till the last possible minute.
You're just like, mission accomplished, and you start the Skype.
Okay, let me talk
Okay.
about the synopsis.
Yes.
With the IMF now disbanded and Ethan Hunt, played by Tom Cruise, out in the cold, a new threat called the Syndicate soon emerges. The Syndicate is a network of highly skilled operatives who are dedicated to establishing a new world order via an escalating series of terrorist attacks. Faced with what may be the most impossible mission yet,
I wouldn't say that.
Yeah.
Ethan gathers
I
his
would. It's pretty
and
tough.
joins forces with Ilsa Faust, played by Rebecca Ferguson, a disavowed British agent who may or may not be a member of this deadly rogue nation.
I
They
mean,
got
Yeah,
they got
that's
both titles in the synopsis. They got
I mean,
Mission
she-
Impossible, they got Rogue Nation, they got Tom Cruise, all of that.
What
I mean,
if it
she
was
is
just
part
like,
of the syndicate. Like, it wasn't up for debate. She did join them. She was a member.
Yeah, but she was also a member of. She was going undercover.
Well, technically, she was disavowed though, so she
If
wasn't
a
a
cop
part of
goes
that anymore.
undercover as a drug dealer, you're not gonna say that that cop is a drug dealer.
Well, this is
Well,
different. She
when
actually
he's
joined the
undercover, you
organization.
would.
No, but she joins
If
the
you joined a drug
organization
empire, you would be a drug dealer.
undercover.
But she was also disavowed.
Never
which
actually
is a
killed
regular-
anybody.
Well, not that we see.
Yeah, that's true. Not that we
Yeah.
see.
Isn't it weird how many like
Thank you
allegiances
for
are
eating
being
a burger on
swapped?
screen.
Colin, do you not have time for anything? I know this is around lunch, but also like I haven't eaten either. I'm doing an empty stomach podcast.
I'm not.
Isn't it weird how many allegiances are being switched and there's like zero masks in this entire movie?
Well,
Like,
there
three
is
was just
one
like
hypothetical.
There's
mask.
there's an imaginary mask.
Oh, that is very funny. That sequence is really good. Colin, how about you read the main characters?
Sonic gave
Fuck
me
you.
one napkin.
Well,
A single napkin.
well, look. Don't make a mess.
Well, if you use it creatively, you won't have any problems.
Tom Cruise is
Yeah.
Ethan Hunt.
Yeah.
Here he is, the big boy.
How's his hair in this movie?
I gotta say, I
Uh,
like the long hair more. Long hair's
Really?
better for me. Yeah.
I think this is good, but I think it looks a little too Hollywood. You know, it's
Well,
always like perfect. Besides whenever he's getting interrogated, in which it just all comes down.
well, it's just Jack Reacher again in this era. It's pretty much just Jack
True.
Reacher.
Jack Reacher, Shadow Recruit.
Oh yeah, I want to make a clarification from last podcast.
Uh-huh.
Okay. For some reason, there are only 2 Jack Reacher movies. There's Jack
Yeah.
Reacher, Jack Reacher Never Go Back.
Never go back. Don't ever go back again.
The movie I was thinking of was Jack Ryan, Shadow
Shadow
Recruit.
Recruit. Part of the famous Tom Clancy Jack Ryan series, which there
Even
are
though-
5.
yeah.
Red October, Patriot Games, Clear and Present Danger, Sum of All Fears, and then Shadow Recruit. Why do I know
Which was-
this? I don't know.
Directed
just
by
do.
Kenneth Branagh.
Yeah, of Hamlet fame
Nice.
and Artemis Fowl. But
I just wanted to make a
Hamlet,
correction that
again,
somehow there aren't 3 Jack Reacher movies,
feel
even
like
though it
we-
feels like there is.
I feel like we definitely clarified that in the podcast episode, but I can't remember because at that time, again, Colin had broke my brain by saying Jack Ryan Never Go Back.
I wasn't sure. I had to look it up. I was like, how many Jack Reacher movies are there? And it's like,
Yeah.
just
Their names are
there's
Jack.
2.
I know.
Yeah, I mean,
And there's
like a
the
lot of
TV
people's
series
name-
with John Krasinski, the Jack Ryan.
Yeah.
But like every Keanu character's named John, so maybe we can like take it off.
Personally, I just believe you can't
and
have
why-
2 movies and then have Never Go Back. Like that's
I
a
mean-
3rd movie. But I mean, they never did go back, so
Yeah.
Joe,
Well, I
you're
mean, they
forgetting
listened.
about Keanu Reeves' most famous character, John Constantine.
Yeah.
His name is
I'd say
Constantine.
John Wick is now his most famous.
No, I'm saying you said all his characters are named John. One of them is called Constantine.
Didn't you say John Constantine?
His name why would they call it Constantine if his name isn't Constantine?
What are we doing here?
I don't
Jeremy
know.
Renner as
I've-
William Brandt.
He did
He's
it.
good.
He was in it.
You know how I
There he
said that he
was.
wasn't bad in the last movie?
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
He is in this one.
Oh man.
Whatever
Really?
he had going for him in the first one is just gone for me in this one.
Okay.
Take that,
Yeah,
Jeremy
he's
Renner.
fine.
I think that was a sad moment for him. It probably sucked. But
Yeah,
you know, let's mock
that's-
it.
That's
Well, I
why
think-
he started a music career so he could start screaming about heaven
And Arctic Dogs.
and
Heaven don't have a name, Colin.
but he says heaven. Like he says the name of heaven in the as he says that it doesn't have a name.
That's just the okay, whatever.
And his music career and
I
divorce is
think
why he
he's
wasn't in the next
fine.
one.
He is the most fine you could be, except I do have some notes on him later.
You're right, Joe. Jeremy Renner is fine, if you know what I'm saying.
I
Yeah.
don't.
He's
Stop
fine.
winking.
He's a good-looking man, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Simon Pegg is Benji Dunn.
Great.
I love him.
I love this. This guy's, just all cylinders are being fired here.
Yeah. He's a gamer.
Yes,
He is.
playing Halo 5.
Shout out Halo 5. Shout it
Everyone's
out.
Favorite Halo.
Someone's gotta pay for Tom Cruise to try and kill himself, and that is Master Chief. Master Chief is paying his salary.
Ow. Rebecca Ferguson is
yeah.
Ilsa Faust.
Great
Yeah, she's
addition. Wow. On fire here.
Yeah, she's pretty good. I'm glad she's
She's
in
the
everything.
the next movie.
she's the first female character in this franchise to get something more done with her besides a one and done. She's here, she's out.
Yes.
Like one movie, you're saying?
Yeah, I mean she doesn't get much like character development, but in terms of action scenes and actual she's in it more.
At least she
She
is
has
a
more to do.
character.
Yeah.
She's a
rather than
character,
just an
and you
agent.
can she's
I mean-
about as much of a character as Ethan Hunt.
Yeah.
The person who may or may not have parents. We don't know what he does besides try and kill himself.
He did. Well, he
every
had
day.
parents.
Did
They're
He
he?
dead.
saw his mom in the first movie.
Right, yeah.
And they're either dead or in witness protection.
Oh, they're dead now.
One of it.
I think in the second
Oh,
one they say that she's dead, or his parents are
I
dead.
thought that was the
Well,
third.
that might have been
Or
a
the
cover
third, I
story.
don't know. Maybe.
Maybe
Maybe
we'll find out
Anybody
in
else
7 and
know it?
8.
Yeah, there's Ving Rhames as Luther Stickle.
Once
He's
again, rules and is amazing. He's got
Yes.
the fedora, the little mustache, the
Always
jacket,
not on straight, just a little
just-
bit.
just
Pointed.
a little off. I think
And
they
you can-
continue that in the next movie.
When they're driving on that boat.
Just,
Yes.
yeah, and he's just got a little, just a little.
Mission Impossible boat driving.
Yep.
Alec Baldwin as Alan Hunley.
How do you guys feel about him?
It's fine. I mean, like, it's not like
Kale?
I've seen and I hate his performance or anything.
Do you
Well,
hate him?
Well, you
Kale,
know,
do you hate him?
usually I don't like Alec Baldwin.
I don't know why. I've never
That's it.
learned.
I wasn't going to continue after that.
Oh. So, that's
No,
it?
He's okay.
No further questions, Your Honor.
No, but like, why do you hate him?
Okay,
Or at
so
least dislike him?
in watching more of his movies, I
Mhm.
figured that I like young Alec Baldwin more. One, because he looks better,
Yes.
and one, because he actually seems like he cares about what he's doing.
And he's got a bubble
Yeah,
butt.
yeah.
I think
What?
as soon as he
You
got...
Go watch Beetlejuice and look at Alec Baldwin's bubble butt.
Yeah. I think the moment his hair turned gray, he just gave up on everything.
See, I don't think so, because
I don't
he's
think that either.
incredible in 30 Rock.
Okay, besides 30 Rock.
What?
That's a
Besides
whole
that show
TV
that went
show.
on for multiple years
I
and
just-
was consistently good.
I just don't care for him.
Okay. I think he's good. Like in general, but I think he's good in this franchise. These
Yeah.
movies needed somebody who was like, hey, maybe the
Well, the two
IMF
movies
isn't a
he's
good
in.
idea. What?
I mean, the 2 movies he gets to be in.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like that's a lot for the Mission Impossible franchise to be in 2 movies. That's
true.
like you're a consistent member. These movies needed somebody who was like, IMF bad. Ethan Hunt seems to go rogue way too much. We need to get them. Stop doing this. They're gonna blow up the world.
Yeah, but then Ethan Hunt is the best dude in the world, and he convinces
Yeah.
Hunley that it's a good IMF.
And gets him a
Yeah,
promotion.
And then the boss baby joins the IMF.
Yes. Okay, Sean Harris as Solomon Lane, the villain.
What a voice.
I really like his performance.
Yeah, it's
His voice
pretty
is
menacing.
very annoying to me.
Really?
Yeah.
I can get that, but it's so unique. I was like, wow.
Also
can't
like how
stop
he
listening.
goes from like a evil Steve Jobs looking guy
Yeah.
to like a homeless man in the next movie.
Yeah. It's like he has never showered in the 8 years that it's taken for them to make the movie.
I think he looks more menacing in the next movie though.
Oh, for sure. The
Oh,
beard
yeah.
and the
Yeah.
crazy hair just.
I almost didn't
combined.
know it was the same guy. I was like, they're both Sean
Yeah.
Harris.
Yeah.
And then we got finally Jans Holten as Yannick Winter, aka the Bone Doctor,
The Bone Doctor.
They never explained why he was called that.
because he performs on bones, obviously.
He said that. Cruz says that as he pulls out every knife in existence in this little briefcase. He's the Bone Doctor because he kills people so harshly.
What
and
if he opened
interrogates them
Doctor
with giant
sounds like a
hammers.
WWE name.
What if
I
he
think
opened the
that's the
briefcase
point.
and it was just full of loose bones?
Now, that would be something.
That'd be freaky.
And then he's like, crap, wrong briefcase.
He's like, these are my old ones. I need to go get my hammer.
That's
Okay.
it. So,
Yeah.
Joseph.
Yes.
Joseph
Here I
Farrell.
am.
Will Joseph Farrell.
I think I can hear myself in the echo. I can. Sweet. Keep going.
I'm glad you figured that out because I was wondering if you could hear yourself echo. What do you think the budget of this movie was?
Higher than 100 million?
Yes.
200?
Nope. 150.
Okay. There we go.
That's a pretty good
That makes
budget.
sense.
Yeah.
Kale, what do you think that this grossed?
Okay, so I think last time I guessed like 600 and like 80 or 90 million, and it was like 10 less than that. I think it was 680.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna round up and say like 700 million.
Should have stuck with 680 because it's 682.7 million.
That's good. That's a good amount.
It's basically the same amount as last time.
Well, I mean, like, that's better than not being able to make
You're
your
right.
budget back. So
It's better than
I just
nothing.
need a consistent budget and gross so I can keep watching the same movie over and over again.
Yeah. Now, the writer and director of this movie is Christopher McQuarrie.
Great writer and director.
He sticks
Has
around.
been
He's
with-
basically the Mission Impossible director now.
Yes.
Because
And
this one,
he's kind of been Cruz's director for a
Yeah.
while.
he did.
And writer.
Did
he
he
did
do
Reacher. I
Jack
think he
Reacher
did.
there and back again?
No, he's just did
Valkyrie,
the
the
first
movie
one.
where
he
Tom
got out.
has a fake
Oh,
butt.
okay.
Valkyrie, yeah, he has an eye patch in that one. Really good.
He wrote
Oh,
The
he did
Mummy.
Valkyrie, that's cool.
You with the Mummy?
Whoa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Wait, the Tom Cruise, the
The
Mummy?
Tom Cruise The Mummy.
Oh,
I mean, they're like the duo now. Cruz
Yeah,
really likes this guy. I don't know
He
why.
also did The Edge of Tomorrow.
He did?
wrote
Okay,
that.
I didn't want to say that. He wrote it?
Yeah, he wrote it.
Who directed that one?
it's a pretty good movie.
Doug Lindman.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Doug
He's made
Liman.
movies with Cruz,
Right.
too. I think he's doing Top Gun. No, wait. I don't know
Doug
why I said
Liman did Born Identity.
is that the first one?
I don't know.
I think it is the
that.
first one.
Yes, that's
It's
the
from
first one.
2002, so I'm gonna say the first one.
Yeah,
Speaking
yeah.
of Jason Bourne, let's move into general notes because I gotta say, Ilsa Faust has Jason Bourne's superpowers. You know how he'll be standing in a street and then like a car will pass and he'll just disappear? She did that in the mall when Luther was trying to get to her. All these people
Well,
are
look,
passing
Colin.
and then she just disappears.
To be fair, I think it's a lot easier with a lot of people than it is with one car. I don't get the one car thing. I don't know where you go, but I get it with
There's-
a bunch of people.
There is an incredible video by Michael Shanks parodying the it's called the Bourne Wipe.
Okay.
Joe, I want you to
Well,
put a clip
send
of
it to
it
me.
in
Yeah, I'll totally put it in.
this episode.
Yes.
I've never seen a Bourne movie, but I assume that's an ongoing thing with them.
Add it to the list. We're gonna watch all Bourne movies.
I'm not watching every single Bourne
Jesus
movie. I've already
Christ,
done-
it's Jason Bourne.
The three
Oh, I
with
forgot.
Matt Damon, and then the one with the Jeremy Renner, and then the one again with Matt Damon.
Four Matt Damon ones and one with Renner. Renner actually never go back to the Bourne movies, is what happened.
Jason Bourne never go back.
Yeah.
Hey, it's all connected.
And they're practically all the same movie, probably.
You know, at the beginning when they're being deposed, Jeremy Renner and Alec Baldwin with
Yes.
their character names, and
Yeah.
then he's like, and then they threw a missile into a building, and Jeremy Renner is like, but it was actually I think you'll find that it was not gonna explode, and then
it didn't.
saved a whole bunch of people, and then
did.
right after that he's like, I can't say anything without the approval of my secretary. Why did he say those other things then?
Yeah.
Because
Those are
he
still
was like
details.
pointing out. That's like a fact that everybody can find out. Obviously, if it hadn't
How
been
would I
stopped,
find that out?
everything would be dead. Like everything would be gone.
First of
They
all,
wouldn't
I
be having
wouldn't
a
hear
conversation.
about it. I wouldn't hear about a missile hitting a building in a different country because the government would lock that down.
Yeah. We wouldn't hear
Um,
anything about that.
And second of all, how would I know that it had been diffused?
Well, I mean,
and
it
not
didn't
just
blow
said, "Oh,
up.
it's fine."
You're not the
I mean-
CIA director. You don't get that stuff. Mr. Alec Baldwin, the boss baby of the CIA, gets that information.
You know, I disagree with the government in this, as I always do in everything, but they do have a point slightly that they do get by just by luck,
They do.
because that's
They do.
exactly what happens later in this movie. But at the same
That's the
time,
one-
the IMF is literally the only group that can handle any of this, as
That's
shown
when I definitely
in every single
agree.
previous movie.
Because their missions are so impossible all the time.
Yeah, I don't
The
think
CIA
Alec,
can't handle impossible
Baldwin would do
missions.
this.
They can only
Like-
handle
Very
central
true.
intelligence missions.
I'd like to
And
see
whatever
Alec
else.
Baldwin try to trap a grown man in a glass box.
Yeah.
Somebody else say
Okay.
general notes.
I've already done mine. I only had 3.
Oh,
That's
Quick
quite a lot.
question: how many
Kale, you
ugly
got
notes does everyone have?
I have like more than you both probably.
Okay. I have
How many?
one.
What do we have?
I actually have 0. I don't know why I said that.
Oh, okay. Kale, just say yours, and then I'll finish
Okay.
up with mine.
Using your mission, should you choose to accept it, to kill Ethan Hunt is a really good idea, because it almost gets
Yeah.
them.
Uh-huh.
They probably should have done that to all their agents, unless Ethan Hunt's the only one that gets this message, and he's just expected to tell everyone else.
Oh yeah. Maybe.
Benji is a gamer, of course.
He's a gamer. He's a gamer. Is he
Yeah.
good? I don't remember.
We didn't see enough to
Yeah.
tell.
He didn't see enough.
But he
Could
does
he have
have a
gone
great
pro?
setup.
Maybe.
Yeah.
He does. He's got like 3 monitors, the mirror, and then he's got the copy just so he can shove it right between the camera.
My next one is just instrument gun, because I couldn't tell
Yes.
what kind of instrument it was.
Flute, I believe.
Flute.
I don't know why I know that,
Yes.
but I saw that somewhere.
I believe it's a flute. It looks like a flute.
I want a flute gun.
My next note is I didn't know Casablanca was actually a real place,
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, like the movie.
like the movie.
Colin, shout out the movie.
The movie.
This one is mainly with the villain and Alec Baldwin. I hate that
Yes.
both their voices are just deep and gravelly. It seems like every scene Alec Baldwin gets deeper and gravelly, or
Well,
same goes with the villain. I know that's just how Alec
Sean
Baldwin
Harris.
speaks, but
Sean Harris has a weird, like, it sounds like he's scraping his nails on a chalkboard.
He sounds
Sometimes.
and looks like if a weasel was turned into a person.
Wow. Hot take. Kind of true. Except whenever he gets the beard. Then he looks.
Yeah, in the
I don't
next
know
movie, he
what.
looks like
Still
a homeless
weaselly.
person.
a homeless weasel.
Yes.
Jeremy Renner and Bing Rames are great together. I like it when they're in the car and he's like, "You
They're
just
the
had to get the
best.
4x4."
I like whenever Cruz drives off and they both hop up at the same time. It is so funny. They play so well off of each other. I don't know how. Like, there was no precedent for this happening.
And that actually leads to my next note, which is, and I don't mean this to be offensive, Ethan Hunt has brain damage. After
Oh,
that,
yeah.
after he got trapped in the water vortex, he definitely got brain damage. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like the scene where he's in the car with Benji, and Benji's like, "You just died," and then he's just like, "What?" And then he starts the car chase. And it's just
He still
whipping-
has that bomb in his brain too,
Yeah.
from the third movie.
Yeah.
I think that this and the bomb just like colored all his decisions from then on.
That would have been hilarious if the defibrillator turned it back on.
Yeah.
That thug dresses up at the opera as a cop. He looks like the T-1000.
Yeah, he looks like way too symmetrical to be a cop. Or person, actually. He looks like, do you know Ivan Drago?
Not personally.
The villain of Creed
Fictional
2.
character.
The villain of Creed 2?
Rocky 4 and Creed 2, yes.
Okay, that's all my general notes.
Okay. Colin, how many do you have? What are you clapping for?
So I thought I had more, but then I realized
Okay.
I just kind of sprinkled them in throughout the rest of what we've been talking about.
Same
Looks
with me.
like we're on to the good, the bad,
Yes.
and the ugly.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 20 notes.
Yes.
I'm just kidding. I only have 8.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be here for 3 hours talking about this movie.
Yes.
Are you? What's happening?
Yes.
Okay. My first note. What an opening.
Yeah.
Just a smash. Just
See, I
a
thought about
banger.
putting that
That's
on
how
my
you
list,
open 'em.
but I knew you were going to talk about it.
I know. I love it so much.
I noticed that
It's
on
so
Letterboxd,
great.
you've reviewed this like 4 times now, and I think every single one mentions the opening.
Every single time, I'm like, what an opening.
I mean, it's a great
That's
opening.
my stuff. Oh.
I mean, I actually think that's the one common like theme throughout every Mission Impossible movie is that the
Yeah.
opening is great.
Hey,
Even 2
hey,
had a good opening.
Yeah, it had him climbing, right?
Well, it's
Or-
the plane scene.
It's
Yeah.
the plane leading to it like
silent neck
flashes
snap.
into the. Hmm?
And the bad mask CGI.
With the silent neck snap.
Yeah, and then he
maybe
jumps
not.
and then like zooms into Cruz holding onto the mountain, climbing
Mission
up.
Impossible
while
1 has a good opening too, when it's everybody dying.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
No,
4
it's the fake room with masks.
Yeah, it's like they're interrogating that guy, and Tom Cruise slaps him a bunch.
And then he knocks them out, and the walls open up, and it's all like a stage.
Yeah.
That was a
Did
good
we get
scene.
it? We got it. Bum, bum. And then what's 4? The prison break.
Prison Break, yeah.
Is it?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Yes. Yeah, because it's like, hey, look, Benji's here now. Can you remember
Yeah.
him from the last one?
And then
What was number
Cruz
3?
can't talk. He just does a
They
bunch
were
of motion.
rescuing her from or no, it was the opening that leads later into the movie where he's like Philip Seymour Hoffman's like, give me the information.
Oh yeah, I think that one might.
He's
that
like,
one's
I'm gonna kill her.
But you know, actually, what was the opening for 4 was Sawyer from Lost dying.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Rip Sawyer.
The thing
I'm
is,
glad that we are
movie.
doing a podcast, like multiple episodes on this franchise, and we can't remember it.
Well, you know, not
I
in
think
a
it-
bad
I
way,
think
but they
Sawyer
kind of all
leads
blend
into it.
together.
Yeah.
I think
Just
too.
wait till we
Yeah,
get
that's
to Jason Bourne
that's
movies.
kind of why I like this franchise. Is because I'm able to just watch the same thing 6 different times. And
Sure.
get what I want.
With improvements each time, though, I would say.
Oh yes, they definitely do improve.
Though
I've
personally,
seen 5 the most.
might be an
and then
unpopular
6.
opinion, I would rank this one lower than Ghost Protocol.
I get that. This
That's
one's
fair.
a little more.
It didn't come
character-
together as well for me as Ghost Protocol did.
Yeah.
I
Protocol's
actually,
slick.
this
So
one I
slick,
do like
slick.
more than Ghost Protocol. I also actually like 1 more than Ghost Protocol.
Oh yeah,
I
I
haven't
think
seen 1,
1
so
is
maybe it's
very
better.
genius.
I don't think it's the best one.
Oh,
But-
I think Fallout.
Yeah,
Look,
Fallout has to be
Fallout is gonna be the pod. I love Fallout almost more than any other movie ever. I don't know why, but I do.
the best. Wait for our
Fallout's gonna be
5-hour
intense.
Mission Impossible Fallout
Oh,
podcast.
yeah. It's just me on
It
a
matches up with the
4-hour
length of the
rant.
movie.
But,
Roasted.
But we can all agree that
okay.
2 is the worst one, though, right?
oh yeah, there's no
Oh,
contest.
absolutely garbage. Don't ever make me watch that again.
What if they go back to the roots for 7 and 8 by just making it worse than 2?
The Roots, the band.
Can't.
Yeah.
They can't.
Send me on
make
my way.
that.
If that's one of their songs, probably.
I like the record shop scene.
Hmm.
It feels like an old kind of spy movie, like Hitchcock thing, rather than a new 2015 blockbuster starring
Uh-huh.
Tom Cruise. Where he tries
I
to kill
have
himself.
I have a fun fact about that, which I will say later
About
in our
what?
segment
About what?
about that scene.
Though,
Okay.
the
I
thing
have a
is, I think
couple-
that's worse than the insurance thing. Because at least someone can call and ask about insurance and just get insurance. With this, anyone could walk in and ask for the same thing. and
Well,
have
no,
the same
it's a
conversation.
long drawn. It was that long drawn out
It's-
like sequence
Yeah,
of
it's like
code.
5 different codes that you have to know the exact.
Well, you could
like,
have one
tone
person who
when you
just
say
wants
it.
this one specific record, and then boom, all of a sudden they're an agent now, or they get killed.
No, but then the DNA thing scans it too. So
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
in case they mess up out there, they're not getting the codes and stuff.
Just in case that blonde who gets shot
Yeah.
messes up.
Yeah, rip her.
R.I.P.
Just-
her.
I mean, she has the cushiest, or she had the cushiest job. I mean, she got to do a record store and not just boring insurance all day.
Yeah, just selling records.
I
Probably
actually
listening
do
to
want
good
to work
music.
at a record store. That'd be fun. I like the scene which Cruz meets Ilsa and he vaults over the pole. It's so weird how he just like shoots upwards and then falls onto a guy. But I like it a lot. I don't know if he could actually do that in real life, but it looks great.
He could
Nobody can
try.
do any of this in real life.
I mean, you can hang onto a plane.
No, not without harnesses.
I mean, he had a harness on.
I know, but the
Okay,
character
you could
did.
fly a plane. You can hold your breath for however many minutes he did. I
He
do know
did like
that.
4 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he actually.
In
held his
real life,
breath
he
for
like
a long-
trained for 10 or something. I don't know what. Kate Winslet today broke that record on
Hey,
Avatar
we have a
2.
ghost.
She held it for long.
Our podcast is haunted. We have a ghost.
Oh, right. Shoot, I forgot about that.
That good bit.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's the best bit.
Yeah, there's no better bit. I like when Baldwin says Hunt's living his last day as a free man, and then it hard cuts, and it's like 6 months
months.
later. How do we feel about Cruz's beard, by the way?
It looked like he got beard from a barber or hair from a barber shop and glued it to his face.
Like from a
Yes.
barbershop floor.
Yeah. You just scrounged around and got it from a barber shop in
Oh.
he was in Paris.
But I forgot about that. I just died laughing whenever he appears on screen doing push-ups with the beard on.
With the Solomon Lane from the next movie kind of beard.
Yes, they just passed that beard on. Benji, he's so happy when he gets to the opera.
Yeah.
He's just wearing his tux.
Oh,
He's like,
yeah.
I'm going to the opera. I'm going there. And then he's like, scratch that. You're actually gonna get shot at by terrorists and the syndicate.
Simon
That
Pegg
whole
is
action
pretty
scene's
fun.
really good.
Yeah.
Like when
Yeah.
he turns on the stage lights to blind her while he gets
Yeah.
away.
The opera is one of the best set pieces in this entire franchise. Just note for note,
I'd agree
or
with
beat
that.
for beat.
I like the car, elevator, hotel thing, whatever, in the last one. That one was also
Oh
really
yeah, that one's good. That one's very good. I do like that it's all silent in the opera scene, except for the singing. Like they can't make any noise. They can't just yell out, "There's a guy over here."
And
with a
then
gun.
there's like no music in the car chase.
Mhm.
It's for realism. Except for that really bad CGI car flipping.
Yeah.
But we'll get to it.
Also have another similar thing like that.
And
I really like. So we all know that like at least once a movie in this franchise, Hunt calls the head of whatever, and then he's like, "Help! Everybody's
Yes.
dead. Everything is bad.
Mm.
Everyone, just send me back up." I really like that.
does
we
he
see
do that? I think he
Yeah.
only did that in the first one.
No,
He
he
does
also
it
does
other
in this
times.
one.
Because the mission always
He
goes
did-
bad.
Oh, he's like send
He
help.
calls Jeremy Renner. Yeah.
I thought he doesn't go like full on everyone's dead.
No,
I don't
just
think
like,
everyone's
yeah.
ever
Hey,
died
Jen-
in any of these.
The mission
movies.
always
Yeah,
goes
yeah.
wrong
He's
some
always
way, and
like,
he always calls for
he's
backup.
always
First one
like,
was
send-
definitely everybody's dead.
Oh yeah, but like besides that, it's never gotten that dramatic. They're not gonna kill Simon Pegg.
Yeah.
They're
we
not
don't
gonna
know.
be like Luther's got a bullet in his head. Send help.
Luther also got a bomb in his head just for laughs. We were drunk. I'm so sorry. But I really like seeing the opposite side of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like you see him being dispatched through to Jeremy Renner,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
he like really subtly swipes his phone, and it makes it secure.
Yeah. How about that? They go secure again. The running theme through this movie, these movies are the secure phones.
See, this one, it's okay that he didn't immediately secure his phone because it's his personal phone.
Yeah.
But in the first one, nobody had personal phones. So he
They
was
had
just
flip
calling
phones.
the IMF leader at his office.
They had flip phones.
I don't think so.
I
Not in
think. Well, not
1995.
flip phones. They had phones. They had the
Maybe
giant
like the
block.
the
With all the
brick, the
buttons.
phones you could
The
build a
brick.
house out of.
They had
And then
rotary phones.
The phones you can build a house out of. I want to go to a house that's made entirely of 90s brick phones.
Yeah.
Nokias.
I don't even know what they look like because of the movie Hook. Because there's a scene in it where Robin Williams and like some other guy at his work, they have a race to see how fast they can pull their phone out and like pull the antenna up.
And dial it. Yeah, that one.
I haven't seen Hook, but I'm pretty sure it was in Hook.
Hook is good.
Hale,
You should watch it.
Yeah.
Well, I want
Go
to,
on,
but it's
Hook.
2 hours, and so far Mission Impossible is the only one of the few movies I can make 2 hours for.
I
That's
get
fair.
that. I don't like watching long movies either. But get
I
ready
mean, I
for
know
this
Hook
3-hour
fills that
marathon. I just
time.
fall out.
Well, it's only 2 hours and like 30 minutes.
It feels 3 hours though. It's exhausting.
In a good
But
way,
I
though.
love every minute of it. I'm out of good notes. Kale, how many you got?
Just one. It's just general. This one had really good chase scenes. Like the others had some, but that one with the motorcycle in particular was really good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which they also
Love that
follow up in Fallout. It's not like the same, but there is another one.
Yeah.
And then the one where Ethan Hunt, after he gets brain damage, is just flipping, crashing that car from side to side.
Yeah.
And then he
I like
does a
when
really
he tries
bad
to.
CGI flip, and then he
Yeah.
knocks Benji out.
And then Benji wakes up. He's like, ah!
Look out.
And then he
I
gets
like
out
when,
of the car and does the motorcycle chase. Just
Yeah. It just
Oh,
keeps
yeah.
going.
It's non-stop. I like when he tries to, at first, whenever he's just woken up, he tries to vault over the car and like just crashes
he just
into
eats
it. Oh.
And like action scenes like the one where they're going through the misty alleyways
Yes.
with
So-
Ilsa, and he crashes through the window to tackle that guy, and then he
Yeah.
crashes out the other window. And then that really good knife fight with the bone collector.
Mhm. The
Bone
bone doctor. He's a doctor.
Bone
of
doctor, I don't
bones.
know. I didn't see any bones. He could have had like a bone tattoo or something.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
That's my
did
good
he?
note.
I don't remember.
Bad notes. Bad note time.
I got
Time for
one.
bad notes. I have 3.
Okay.
Oh, well, I already mentioned one. It's that phone that unlocks doors for no reason. It's a phone, Joe. It's just his phone.
There's a machine. Again, I'm showing this
That
machine
doesn't make
again.
any sense though, Joe.
No.
You can't just have a phone, put it up to a lock, and then just.
It just unlocks.
If it's a digital lock, you can.
It wasn't a digital lock. I looked.
I
It
want
was just a door.
I want a painstaking in real time scene of Tom Cruise getting a hairpin, a bobby pin, and unlocking the door.
Yeah.
Every
Better
door.
yet,
The
just
whole 10
smash
minutes that
the
it actually
door.
takes in real life.
I want him to go to school for like 5 years to learn master lockpicking.
And then
Did.
that car
That's when
flip.
he joined the IMF.
That car flip after Tom Cruise is like, did you buckle your seatbelts? And Benji's like, what? Why are you telling me this now? You're gonna kill us all. And then it flips around a whole bunch. That didn't look good.
Nope.
And then also this week in Mission Impossible doesn't know how things work. The defibrillator. When she knocks Benji out with a defibrillator, it doesn't turn on unless it can detect that your heart's not doing what it's supposed to.
Again, this is a movie.
Yeah,
And,
but you should know how
Mission
things work.
Impossible. Mission Impossible follows logic only when it wants to, and any other time it's like, no, that's not. I don't care. We're gonna use it as a weapon now.
When you have gadgets that can't feasibly exist in real life, you have to make sure the actual gadgets that do work in real life work realistically.
No. that's not how
Defibrillators
Mission
don't have
Impossible
a medium setting that just knocks people out. It's like 0
Yeah.
to power.
We are restarting your heart.
Yeah, you can't just do, and on the back too. That would just leave him with like
Yeah,
electrical.
on his back. She would just put it up against his back, and then nothing would happen. I would even accept her just hitting him over the head with one of the handles.
Or pushing him really hard, falling into the water or something.
And he's like, I
she
can't
grabs both
swim.
of them.
And Benji drowns, and then they have to do the whole thing again.
It was just one big fake out, like when they did the mask thing, but it was a longer one.
No, he actually drowns, and then Tom Cruise has to bring him out of the water, and then do the whole.
And do the do that
Yeah.
that mini.
Do the
thing
whole
again.
thing
Okay.
again.
And then
Kale,
this movie is now 3 hours and 30 minutes long. Just
Yeah.
for that added
Because
sequence.
they keep falling into the water and drowning. That's all
Kale,
my
what's your bad note?
My one bad note is a few too many plot conveniences.
That's fair.
Okay,
The first
go.
one being when he's in the tunnel and he loses the cards but then gets them again. What do you know? The one he put in there is the right one.
There was a 50-50 chance. I can take that.
I mean, that's not too bad. But, and then it's the really everything else in the movie with the villain's plan. Like everything goes exactly according to plan, even though
Oh yeah.
there should be an easy way to get out of any of that.
Mhm.
The water thing is the really one it's not the only one I have a big problem with. I can't think of any others right now, but just felt like a few too many.
Yeah, that is fair. These movies do rely on luck, as Alec Baldwin said.
I mean, that scene was the prime example of it.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
He just got lucky
50-50
that was the
chance.
right card.
Yeah. I don't think there were any markings on it. I was looking out for that because I remembered he loses them. Do we think that Cruz could push the giant glass box?
No.
He just goes whoop, and then it falls.
I assume they had
Now-
already set it up to be pushed onto that trailer.
No, they had set it up, but like he just gives it a push. It's not even that much. Like even the mass plus the size, it's like 50-50 that he's gonna be able to push that thing.
Yeah, but Ethan Hunt can just do anything.
That
That's
is the
what I
coolest
figured.
way that they've ever taken out a villain, though.
Oh
Yeah. That was
It
the
is
equivalent
amazing.
of like putting a glass cup over a spider.
Yeah, but with a man.
Yeah.
But and then he starts shooting everybody, and he's like,
Oh, yeah.
"It doesn't work. I don't know why you keep doing this."
And
'Cause
for
he's
the
mad.
like super big villain of the Syndicate who's carrying over into the next movie,
Yes.
he got really easily. They just let
Yeah.
him back to where they started from
Hell
and
yeah.
put him in a
Well,
box.
He's a thinker. He's not a fighter. He's not very
He
good at
shot that-
fighting.
He shot all the ammo in his gun because he thought it was going to do something, even though it's obviously bulletproof.
I mean, if you have the chance to unload your clip into some glass that can't break,
Yeah.
why wouldn't you?
As
doing
the
it.
genius,
It's
the
fun.
genius villain in Mission Impossible 2 said, "It's getting your gun off."
He got his gun off all over in that glass case.
Woo! Heck
Do you
yeah.
remember at Point? This is the scene I remember way too well on Point Break. Is whenever Keanu Reeves stares up into the sky and just starts shooting and yelling.
Is
Isn't that
the
great?
reason you remember that scene so well is because it's the most iconic scene from the movie?
Is it the most? I thought it was the skydiving scene.
No, it's the scene where he kicks the dog
Oh yeah.
or throws it.
Where he
He
catches
punts
a
it.
dog and then
He
just punts it.
punches Yeet.
You're right. I forgot about that scene, Kale.
What a
Okay,
film.
we're on to ugly.
Why
I
did
don't have any
Lane?
ugly
Why
notes.
did Solomon Lane kill that guy?
Because he
Rebecca Ferguson.
sucked.
Rebecca Ferguson
yeah.
is like, if you want to kill me, just kill me. And then he just shoots the guy behind her who did
That guy
nothing.
sucks, Colin. Do you
And then-
understand
And
that?
then he just
he-
stands
he
up and
just-
nobody's like, oh my god.
He
You
gives
just
her a
killed
lot of
that
chances.
guy for no reason.
You're working with the bone doctor. Anything is acceptable.
The box.
The doctor. Okay, Colin. I don't have any. So
That
keep
was my
going.
one ugly note.
Oh, that was your only one. Okay.
Yeah.
Kale, any
Um,
ugly notes?
Mine is, in the opening where he finally gets into the plane? It's that
Yes.
scene where he ragdolls, where he hits,
Yes.
and then
That
falls.
looks bad.
His body is just flopping all around.
Yeah.
I love
For
that.
such a sequence where it's like he did that, and then it just goes
He just-
full on CGI.
That's like the car flip, but in human form.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
It's a transformer. This movie's not pretty ugly actually. It looks beautiful. All
Yeah.
the places they go, I'm
Look at
like,
that.
please let me go there.
Casa
I mean,
Let me go to
just the
Costa
car
Rica.
flip and him ragdolling. Like, that's the only parts that
Yeah.
stand out as ugly.
There's
And
a couple
shooting the
like
guy.
little like when he's fighting barefoot and shirtless. There's a couple like when he jumps up and drop kicks that guy, that looked a little iffy.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was like just editing or how they filmed it or whatever, but I was like, ugh, that man like no person can actually jump that way and defy the laws of physics.
Ethan Hunt can.
Ethan Hunt can.
You're right.
Physics are nothing for this guy.
Ethan Hunt can do anything.
Addition or subtraction? Addition, subtraction. What do we think?
I'd say this movie adds to the franchise because it kind of sets the tone for what the rest of the franchise is going to be.
I think it's not a big addition, but it's just like these movies are going to be this good. You're going to get this every time you come. There you go.
Yeah.
It's a nice
because
start.
we have the same creative team now forever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good start as what to expect from Christopher. Is it McQuarrie?
Yeah.
I say McQuarrie.
McQuarrie. Like this sets the tone for the later films pretty well. Or the later film. We haven't got the other two yet. Unless he just goes completely different for 7 and 8. He brings back John Woo.
Yes. As a consulting director.
And then we finally get all the dub.
Every director just works on one movie. That's what we get. We just get one movie that's 4 hours long, and each director just gets a little bit.
All right, now it is time for my favorite segment. It's time for trivia.
Yes.
So
there it is.
I know that in the past I have been giving Kale the good questions and you the questions that don't make any sense. So I'll ask you first this time. Are you ready? You'll get an actual trivia question.
Okay.
What is the entire bank routing number that Ethan gives to Solomon Lane?
Colin? The entire number. Don't know. Wasn't even looking. There was only one thing that I saw. I was like, this could be it, and I paid attention. I don't have a clue.
Is that your final answer?
Yes, it's my final answer for the final banking number that he gives Solomon Lane in this quick sequence of events.
It is 300571110669.
Hey, 6'9", nice.
I know, nice. It ends great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, Kale, you get the question, the dumb question that makes no sense that Joe would have gotten. What color dress did Ilsa wear at the opera?
What color? You better be so specific with this answer.
I want to say it's like a navy blue, but at the same time, I think it was red. Yeah, red, maybe.
Really? No, it was gold.
Gold?
I can't tell if you were joking just then.
I don't remember what color dress it was.
Was that a bit?
I don't remember what. I legitimately remembered it as red.
I don't know.
I also paid attention to one of the things because I thought for sure Colin was going to ask how much was in the syndicate secret money depository.
Oh, how much was it?
It was like 240 billion in pounds.
Yeah, it was 2.4 billion.
My thought was, what vault is it in the underwater thing? What number? And it was 108, and I was like, 108. That's 3 digits. I can memorize that. But I was like, rounding number. Who's gonna ask that question? Who would be insane enough to ask what the routing number was?
I like that you both are thinking about it and like trying to figure out what question we're gonna ask.
Why do you think I have to pay attention to these movies now? I have to.
And
know
I'm
all
the one
these
that doesn't even pay attention.
Yeah.
Like I have no idea what the vault number was.
Okay, on to quotes. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Quotes.
Okay. If you don't mind, can I do mine first since it's really long?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it the entire script for a B movie?
Yes.
Cool.
Hunt is uniquely trained and highly motivated, a specialist equal, immune to any countermeasures. There is no secret he cannot extract, no security he cannot breach, no person he cannot become. He has most likely anticipated this very conversation and is waiting to strike in whatever direction we move. Sir, Hunt is the living manifestation of destiny.
Yeah.
And he has made you his mission. As soon as that happened, I thought Alec Baldwin was going to take off a mask and it was going to be Ethan Hunt.
Be himself.
he was
Like he was just talking
takes
himself up.
So
he
when
takes
they're
it off
in that
his
room,
bench. He is hype man. What?
So I know Joe and I have seen this movie before, but when they're in that room, Kale, what like did you have a guess as to who was a mask, if any? Did you think anyone was in that was a mask, and if so, who did you think it was?
Well, at first I thought it was Alec Baldwin, but then he didn't do it. So I was like, the British guy, the agent with the receding hair. And I was like, I'm pretty sure it's him. But I was like, what if it was the Prime Minister? And I was like, what if it's Jeremy Renner? And
Yeah, I would have loved it if it was Jeremy Renner.
I was like, what if everyone's wearing a mask?
What if it's all Tom Cruise?
But I figured, yeah, British guy. But I was really hoping it would be Alec Baldwin.
I heard, recently I listened to the Weekly Planet's review of this movie, and Nick Mason on that show said that they should have done like what they did with Clue, where in different theaters they give different scenes, and in different theaters it's a different person in that room that takes their mask off. I would have loved that.
I think I got it when he closes the door and he's like, no one else in this room. I was like, well, obviously someone in there is going to be wearing a mask.
Yeah. Turns into a little whodunit. That's my favorite fact, like movie fact. I think, Kale, you said yours was, you said this.
It was Christian Bale for his role in American Psycho. He based it on the soul in Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise's eyes.
My favorite little movie trivia is the different endings for Clue, which just seems like such a genius idea, and I can't believe they did it.
The last ending.
All right. I like when Benji says, I got two from Benji, when he says, join the IMF, see the world through a monitor, which is really funny because since he's the hacker, that's all he gets to do.
Through a monitor in a closet.
Yeah, you forgot in a closet.
He says it's in a closet too.
Yeah.
And then
it, like,
Benji's like,
a wide shot.
Ilsa is in the car. This after they escape the opera. Benji says she tried to shoot me, and then Hunt responds, "That doesn't make her a bad person." I think he wants Benji to die.
Yeah, Benji.
He's like, "Suck it up, Benjamin."
Whenever Cruz says he's on the earpiece, and Benji's walking up to the opera, he says, "Benji, we're trying to keep a low profile, no masks. You want drama? Go to the opera." And then like there's a musical surge, and then you see the opera. And it's amazing.
I would have loved it if they put the Mission Impossible theme, but like opera style.
I think they did like a Casablanca version of the thing. Like they do the normal version, and then it surges to Casablanca, and they change the musical instruments.
And they just use the score from Casablanca.
Yeah. Whenever Renner asks if Luther can find the person based on the sketch of Ilsa, Luther replies, "For mere mortals, no. But for me, I could have done this at home."
You stole that from my list, Joe.
Look, Colin,
you stole that from my list, Joe.
Come on, Joe.
Okay, well, Kale stole the living manifestation of destiny from mine.
I only have one quote that I don't remember.
Well, there you go.
I wrote down half of it,
and
I was like, I'll remember this, and then I forgot.
Wow. What's the beginning?
Second half. I can tell you, it's impossible.
Oh, yes. Oh, that was it, too. I didn't write it down because I was like, Kale's going to write this one down. Oh, shoot.
Actually, I didn't write that one down.
Okay. I'm going to say my final quote. Colin, look it up on IMDb or something.
That's a weird quote. Ha! I am so funny.
Bad joke. That was a bad joke. 0
Put
stars
in the
for that
list.
one. I only remember this one because Renner says it nonstop in that sequence, and he's like, "I can either confirm or deny any details without the secretary's approval," and he just rattles it off every time, and I'm like, "What is this?" So I'll just say that in real life sometimes, and nobody knows what I'm talking about. But since I've seen this film 5 times, it's just burned into my brain now.
That made me think of another thing. Part of why I didn't really like Jeremy Renner in this is he has a line delivery where he's like, "We have to go tell the British," and like first he says the British like intelligence, but then he just says,
Yeah.
"We need to go tell the British. We need to go tell the British."
Yeah.
The Brits.
I missed that too because it was a little weird. Colin, did you find the line?
No.
Okay, well I'm looking.
Why?
I got
What?
one more.
Have you
Okay,
seen me do
Kale,
anything?
go.
Okay,
There it
this
is.
when they trap them in a box. They're like,
Mhm.
"Gentlemen, this is Solomon Lane. Mr. Lane, meet the IMF."
Meet the
That was a good
IMF.
They're
Joe,
all
I'm gonna be honest
I
with
got
you. Hold on. I looked into your eyes as you told me to look it up on IMDb, but I wasn't listening.
I knew. Oh, I knew it. Okay. They're talking about the vault scene. This is the one that you had, that you only had the end of it.
Sure.
They're talking about it, and Ethan says, so the key to crushing Lane is sitting in a computer just waiting for someone to take it. And Benji says, so why hasn't Lane just sent someone to steal it? Elsa says, oh, he has. He sent me. And I can tell you, it's impossible. And then okay, it's time. Fun fact or heart attack?
Woo! Yeah! It's my time, everybody.
You know what would be a jam? The Mission Impossible theme combined with the Space Jam theme?
Who wants a fun fact and who wants a heart attack? One of you has to choose. You each get one.
You get the heart attack.
Who,
I'll
me
take the fun fact.
or
Yeah.
Kale? I don't want a
You.
heart attack.
I don't want it either. I'm playing hockey
I'll
with
take
this
it.
thing.
I said you
Kale's
both have
getting a heart attack.
Okay.
No, I just hacked the Matrix though.
Tom
Because
Cruise.
this episode has defibrillators.
Oh yeah.
I missed my chance last time, so I'll take the heart attack.
These people are so unprofessional, but they can't hear me because I got my mouth covered. I hate these people.
This isn't a professional.
Whenever they talk over me,
I'm not a professional podcaster. I don't get paid for this. I'm not a professional. I don't get paid for this.
You don't get paid?
What you saying there, Joe?
Kale
What was
went
that?
really close.
Yeah.
I'm not a professional. I don't get paid for this.
What? Okay. Tom
Jeez.
Cruise was struck in the body by a small pebble while filming one of the takes hanging from the plane. Cruise claimed that the impact hurt so badly he was certain he had been badly injured and was afraid to look once the take was over. Unfortunately, the pebble. Whoa, fortunately, not unfortunately. Fortunately, the pebble merely embedded in his clothing, and he was amazed by how small it was.
Wow.
He was like, ha ha ha! Look how small this pebble is!
This could have killed me.
Whoa! It's so tiny! Somebody get me
I
a
know.
magnifying glass! Kale,
This pebble's impossibly small.
would you like a heart fact or a fun attack?
Fun attack.
Ooh! Alright, I'll have to make some calls. But in the meantime, you get to hear this fun fact. Ethan receives his new mission on a vinyl long-playing record. This was one of the first ways of receiving new missions from the Mission Impossible television show.
Yeah. That makes sense, because as last episode, the Syndicate was one of the main bad guys in the later seasons of the original show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, are those all the fun facts or hard
I have
facts?
one more, Joe. There's always
one more. Okay, that's
three.
what I thought. But I was just checking. I'm so professional. I just checked.
Just for
everything.
that, you don't get to asked the question. Kale,
Shoot.
would you want to have a fact fun or an attack heart?
Fact fun.
Okay, cool. A brief scene in which Ilsa pauses in the middle of an action sequence to remove her high-heeled shoes was singled out in reviews for its realism, especially in the light of the just-realized Jurassic World, which was criticized as Bryce Dallas Howard spends much of her action movie literally running in heels from dinosaurs. There was even the idea to highlight the scene in promotional trailers and television spots, but Tom Cruise and Christopher McQuarrie refused, saying that it wasn't about twisting the knife.
Okay.
Plus, also, like, you don't want to reveal that. It's a good joke. Save the good jokes for the movie. Put the bad jokes in the trailer. But that's what they don't do that. They put the good jokes in the trailer. So.
Oh, so there's probably numerous other movies that have
realism.
people running away from something in high heels that probably no one's picked on.
Yeah, but this came
Yeah.
out the year after or the year of Jurassic World.
I think it was the year of.
Those
Yeah.
movies are
Maybe
probably
it's the year-
better
I
than
don't
Jurassic
remember.
World, so who cares?
Yeah.
I feel like Jurassic
Bonus
World
fun
came out
fact.
in May of 2015, and then this one came
That's
out in like
weirdly specific.
August or
Okay.
July,
Totally,
something like
yeah.
that.
Let's see.
I think you're dead on with that one. Bonus fun fact: this keeps happening, but I don't like research for the podcast. I just know this stuff from various sources, and it's weird. But
Jurassic World was June 12th, 2015.
okay.
Research because he's lazy. He doesn't care about this podcast, but I do. I do all the research, and I
This
write
isn't
down all
my
the things.
segment. This isn't my segment.
I'm just saying
And
that I'm a better
Rogue Nation was
podcaster.
July
than Joe
31st,
is.
2015.
Oh.
So like a few days after,
Yeah.
or a month after. You said
They
June
were
and then
on
July.
that.
It was supposed to come out in December, but then Star Wars came out in December, so like, nope.
Oh
Let's
yeah.
push it
you
forward
don't
6
mess with that.
No.
As
This
one of like
fun
the
fact,
3 good movies that came out in 2015. I don't know if I said this before, but I feel like 2015 is a very boring year for movies.
Now I want to look at this. Okay.
Neither
let me
of the
see
Marvel
what
movies are
2015
even that
looks
good.
like.
Age of Ultron and Ant-Man.
Yeah.
They were fine.
I like Ant-Man.
I think Ant-Man's pretty good, actually.
And Joe, I know The Martian
At
came
least
out in
better than
2015,
it
but
should.
I haven't seen
I
it.
love The Martian so
Yeah.
much. What are you talking about? This is a great year. You got Mad Max: Fury Road, Star
yeah.
Wars,
Bad
Inside
year.
Out, The Martian, Hateful Eight, Ant-Man,
Haven't seen
The
Hateful
Big
Eight.
Short, love The Big Short,
Haven't
Creed,
seen Big Short.
Man from
Haven't seen Creed.
it has the Man
You
from
haven't
Uncle.
seen Hateful Eight?
This is the Man from
No.
Uncle. The Man from Uncle.
Very good.
Guys, I love the Man from Uncle so much.
I'd say that
started
no
it.
good
This was a
movies
better
came out.
year than I thought it would. But this fun fact from Joe is about the opening, specifically the suit Cruz wears in the opening. He's wearing a light gray suit with a white undershirt. That is an homage to the crop duster scene in North by Northwest, the famous Alfred Hitchcock thriller,
Nice.
which I
Nice.
watched with Colin, and Colin said it was kind of
Fine.
bad, which kind of hurt my feelings, but whatever.
Well, it's not Alfred Hitchcock's best. Like, if you were going to show someone an Alfred Hitchcock movie, I wouldn't show them North by Northwest first.
You'd show them the
we were
birds.
playing it at the
Yeah.
theater. Final thoughts. It's time for the outro,
It's
right?
pretty good.
I didn't forget any.
Oh,
I mean,
one
this
last
is a good idea to do final thoughts at the end instead of just being like, okay, bye.
one last gripe I have.
Yes.
The Syndicate's lame. Like, really lame. It's like it's a handful of guys, and they're like, we got the best of the best, and we said they died or we're missing, and we
Your
took them.
Face.
What
And it was
makes
all because one
the
guy in the British government didn't want to admit that he accidentally made a terrorist organization.
Mm-hmm.
I loved
Yeah.
that actually.
What
He's just like,
what
oh.
makes like Spectre better, the James Bond
Eric
version
does
of this?
that every day.
What makes Spectre, the James Bond version of the Syndicate, better is that they have like Jaws or whatever. Like they have like cool characters. The Bone Doctor is not that cool. He's got a great name, but he's really boring. They need more like fantastical.
I need
this
to
guy
see his
actually has
PhD.
robot arm. Hmm?
I needed to see his PhD.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just Mr. Bone.
His doctorate, some
Oh.
would say.
I don't think anyone would give that guy.
The Bone Doctor MD.
Maybe he's a
It's like
dentist.
House but with the Bone Doctor.
Do you think I could sell a show called The Bone Doctor since they got a show
Yes.
up called The Good Doctor?
Boner doctor.
Hey! That's the porn parody of this movie.
Are you
That's
also going to
impossible.
direct
That's your
that?
Twitter ad, Joe. That's your Twitter ad.
Boner doctor.
I'm not putting that on Twitter.
I think you should.
They should have got that guy from 47 Ronin.
Keanu Reeves?
Yeah. No, the guy on the poster, the
Skeleton
pirate.
Kid. Yeah.
Skeleton
him.
Man, Joe. He's probably
The
like,
guy that was in
70.
one scene?
Yeah. And on the
What?
poster.
He was on the poster and one scene. Let me tell you how mad that made me. I wanted more from that guy. Okay. Any other thoughts? It's a good movie.
Yep.
Pretty dark sometimes, but I liked it.
Yep.
Can't wait to fall out.
Alec
Of a
Baldwin.
moving car.
I can't wait to play Fallout on my PS4.
That was Rogue Nation.
Yeah,
Mission
that wasn't even a
Impossible.
Rogue Nation.
Mission
Wait,
Impossible hyphen Rogue
The
Nation.
Syndicate was the Rogue Nation.
No, there were a few
What
people
nation
from.
went rogue?
Yeah, no one went
All
rogue.
of the nations.
It's
No.
Australia went rogue.
Oh, who cares? They can't do anything to us.
Back in the day, they all went rogue. They sent all their criminals there, and they're like, "We're gonna get out of here."
All right. Later.
Goodbye.